Chapter 11. 30幅，共一毂，当其无，有车之用。三直以为器，当其无，有器之用。照户游，以为饰，当其无，有饰之用。故有之以为利，无之以为用。So this whole passage is to reiterate the idea of the void and the have and have not, right? The void and the solid, right? The soft and the hard. It's trying to show you that by using different devices to show that the relationship between have and have not, and the solid and the void, made up the thing itself. Like for example, if you look at the spoke of a wheel, it's horse riding cart, you still have the wheel, right? You have the elements that radiate into the middle of the spoke. So at the middle, there's an emptiness. But precisely because of this emptiness, when the wheel moves, it's able to distribute the force and the wheel becomes the wheel. And because with the wheel, then you can have the horse that carry the carriage, and the carriage could move. So that's the use of the empty space right in the middle of the wheel. And then it goes on to talk about the utensils, drinking container utensils and all that. He said, you use the earth to make all these urns, to make all these cups, to make all these utensils. Because precisely in the middle there's emptiness, therefore you can put things inside. So the emptiness becomes useful in the middle. And then it goes on to use a room. He say, yeah, you build a room by building up the walls. And then what do? You dig holes into them. So precisely because you dig holes into them, you have windows. And therefore, the room can breathe. And you can breathe staying inside. And therefore, you have a room. And the use of the window is its emptiness. Right? So, from here, he gives you 3 examples to say that the way we should look at things is when it's solid, yes, it has some use. Even when it's not solid, there you have its uses. Right? So, the last bit he say li and yong. So both is the same thing. In Mandarin, they always have this thing called li yong. Li is something that's positive. Yong is you can use it. Right? So, well, it's reiterate the whole idea of soft and hard, long and short, empty and solid, to illustrate that all this is necessary to compose of the world we know. Right? Without all this useful thing, and sometimes we think it's useless thing, the void, that we don't know its use, but without which we will not be able to construct a useful thing. So this is basically what chapter 11 is all about. But this passage is quite used in architecture. Some people have written a Tao of architecture, and the importance of the void, the importance of useless spaces, and precisely there's useless spaces that we do not know is used now unless we look at it carefully, just like the window, right? So you don't build a room without windows, right? So so that is chapter 11, right? It's quite a simple chapter. Yep, okay.